We haven't really got time to squeeze in a proper review. I'll sort of summarise it and we'll continue on the podcasty bit, mixcloud.com/LRJ Film Show. Werner Herzog's new documentary, Lo and Behold, Reveries of the Connected World. It's interesting because Werner Herzog is an old guy. He's getting on, isn't he? He's been doing filmmaking for a very long time. And this is his film about the internet. So as such, it kind of seems like he has just unearthed, as if he's woke up one day, looked over at his right and saw a computer and thought, oh my god, what is this?
I need to make a documentary on this now.
What is this glorious machine sitting next to me?
Dank memes.
How does Bad Lieutenant have so high on Rotten Tomatoes? It's an interesting story. It covers a lot of different areas of why the internet can be good, why it can be bad, why it can be extremely useful, why it can be incredibly bad for certain people. We'll explain all about this on the podcast a bit. It's a fascinating film. Lo and behold, as far from cannibalism and necrophilia as you can imagine.
Maybe cannibalism of the soul.
Deep.
As we give into the technology.
Okay, so I, as promised, I will try and do it in Werner Herzog's voice. So, Lo and Behold is the new film. That's pretty good, actually. I'm reasonably pleased with that.
8 out of 10.
Lo and Behold is the new film from Werner Herzog talking about the internet. Or the internet.
The internet.
The internet. So, what I like about the film is that he asks all the right questions. There was a documentary a few weeks ago by Louis Theroux about Scientology, which I'm fascinated by. Can you imagine a Werner Herzog Scientology movie? Just saying. Oh, I'm reasonably pleased with my accent, but I'm gonna stop because it's too hard to keep up. Fine. So, in the film there are 10 chapters, each exploring a different part of the internet, looking at it at a bigger picture, but also of a very human scale. So, in some parts, it is how the internet can do good things, how it looks at the way it can help us with science. There is one chapter where the scientist decides to make a game to help try and create some new elements and particles and things. And that is a good example of the internet being used for good. There are things that obviously hint at Reddit and 4chan, things about a family whose daughter was killed in an accident, and they were not told of what happened, but it turned out the girl had lost her head. The pictures were taken by a respondent at the crime scene, and they were posted online, and the family were haunted by the image of their girl's severed head for life. And it is very sad. And it is obviously hinting at Reddit and 4chan as a bad example of the internet. But also it does a lot of good things. There is an interesting connection in the film between internet and love. He asks a lot of questions about how the internet is used as a medium of love, which I found very interesting. So definitely go see it. It is on YouTube. You can buy it for £2.99 in standard definition.
Thanks, Werner.
But you could also go and see it in the cinema, as I would recommend you should do, at the Tyneside, where it is showing most days.
The Tyneside is very good.
It is very good.
It is belter.
It is comfortable. They give you alcoholic drinks to sit in your chair and think about life through
and contemplate existentialism.
Purely belter.
I might keep this accent up for the rest of the show, if you do not mind. Is that cool?
Out.
Cool. So
2016, we live in a free world.
Lo and Behold, Reveries of the Connected World is a good film. I liked it very much.
Recommend?
I recommend my own film, yes. Good. I would recommend it. It's funny because all the way through the film, I do talk about how good a filmmaker I am and how other filmmakers like Wim Wenders can go suck an asshole. But that is just my own opinion.